All right, all right. 1 second, y'all. I got to get something for this. It's crazy. Whew. All right, all right. StreamYard, what's going on? Welcome to the broadcast. Let's make sure that all of our stuff is working. Okay. Yeah, and we have to have this AC on because if that's not on, I'm dying. That's how that's going to go. All right, folks. Hey, Fiaz, what's going on, brother? So today's episode, we're going to be discussing kind of the journey here. So approximately a year ago, and I think I posted a story about this, but a year ago, 8/11/2020, 8/11/2020 was our first actual episode on our podcast, right? So look at how this went out, right? So we finally launched on our podcast. We did a YouTube stream. We learned about StreamYard. We came live on here, and all of this kind of happened all because we wanted to do something different. We wanted to make a difference. This was actually, and I'm going to show you something so that you can kind of see. This was literally how our entire nonprofit got started. This note I did December 2nd of 2019, right? So the way, start a podcast. So remember, our first episode was 8/11/2020. This note was from 12/2/2019. So a whole year before, right? Almost like 8-10 months before. And that's the way that this works. There are things in your life that you have to know are gonna come because you're putting that energy out into the universe, right? So I'm gonna put this down. I know you guys can hear me. There is things that come to you because you're putting this energy out into the universe. And when you do that, you're gonna be able to manifest things out of that. So on this note that I made back then, right? So the note was start a podcast, talk about Puerto Rico relief, Bahama relief, finance, life, relationships, networking, health and wellness. If you become a resource, the resources will come. Like all of these things were things that like we started thinking on literally a year and a half before we even launched, or almost a year before we launched. And that's kind of what it takes, y'all. When you think about what your life's plan is and what's supposed to happen for you, right? It's going to require planting a seed, and for us, our seed was this conversation. This conversation actually started in my office with a producer, songwriter, and artist named Elliot Major. Shout out to Elliot Major. We're gonna do some special shout outs in this episode. So if you're joining us, this is our anniversary episode. So it's gonna be a little bit different. I want to just kind of acknowledge the folks that help us get here, acknowledge the guests that we've had. Grand Rising, Shelly, Grand Rising, Like a Star, what's going on? Good to see you both. So we're going to acknowledge the folks during this podcast and just let that be known that we appreciate and love them, because no seed becomes a plant without it being watered and having the right sunlight, right? So we have to know that no matter what it is that you have in this life that you want to do, they're going to have to be people that nurture it. They're going to have to be people that come through and help you, take care of that. And even the elements are going to have to work in your favor as well. So for us, when we first started a year, this is in December 2nd, 2019. I was in the office and Elliot and I were having a conversation. And, I was talking to him and saying, listen, I wish that we could record this conversation that we're having. I wish that we could talk about the relief work that we were doing in Puerto Rico. I wish we could talk about, the homelessness in New York City and how that's impacting folks that are living here. I wanted us to talk about all of the actual important things. And I'm like, maybe we need to do a podcast. It's been pinned, baby. And that was kind of how this got started, and we were trying to like walk through names, do creative. I'm like, yeah, my name is Igwe, maybe the way, like my way of how I look at things, like it was just kind of like pulling around the ideas. And then after that conversation, I texted my wife this notepad right here. Literally this notepad I sent to my wife and I said, hey, babe, what do you think about this? And she replied and said, love everything about this. It resonates with me. Let's do it. This was in December 2nd of 2019. Okay. Now, fast forward to our first podcast, which actually took place on August 11, 2020. It took us 8 months to go from wanting to start this idea to actually getting the paperwork done, filing the actual tax code to be a nonprofit, scheduling to get an auditor to come through and do all the things we need to do, set up our board meetings. All of these things had to happen prior to August 11th of 2020, so that the business can begin, right? And all of that is to say that you have to know that this grind that we talk about, when we talk about, you know, what it takes to start a nonprofit, what it takes to run your own business, the grind is the only part that you have control over. You don't have control over the way the government works or the way that things happen. You don't have control over, you know, how quickly the IRS will send you a TIN, or they will approve your nonprofit to be tax exempt. You have no control over that. You have no control of where the economy is going to go. The fact that we're going to have a pandemic that's going to cause a lot of people to lose their lives, their livelihood, their health. They have long haulers. Like, all of these things all happened during the time that this seed was being planted. So it's not to say that whenever you have an idea, that the seed that you're planting is going to be planted in soil that has no trifling things happening around it. No. You're going to have to start planting seeds sometimes in environments that aren't like designed for it. Environments that are literally anti the seed that you're planting. Sometimes you're going to have to plant a seed in hostile territory, right? But if the purpose of what you're doing is bigger than you, well, then the universe will make sure that it happens. The universe will make sure that you're supposed to get exactly what's coming to you, right? And, you know, I believe that God, obviously, has a role in all of our lives. You know, God will determine what experiences we want, and we're going to get those experiences. Like, there is a book that I started reading last year, January, so this year, called Black Root Science, and it talks about the history of Black people before, you know, our most modern history, right? And the reason why I gravitated to that book so well is because I grew up in the church all my life, and, you know, being able to have access to another perspective was something that I look forward to, because you have to be open to information, no matter where it comes from. If you're not open to it, then you might not be able to adapt and move as quickly as things are happening. So, you know, when I read that book, it started me to open up my mind to think, listen, I've got to start developing these things regardless of what's happening around me. Regardless of the environment that's happening, I need to make sure that I'm putting my foot down and putting my stamp on this experience that I have. Because according to that author, we created these experiences. We chose the experiences that we're living through, right? So if I'm the author of, you know, this mission, then I'm going to own it. Like, I'm going to make sure that whatever I put my mind to is going to be something that I can say, hey, I did that because I wanted to. I did this because I chose to. It empowers you to plant a seed without any sort of fear. You know, you're not going to be afraid to plant a seed in a new place, because you know that if that was your mission, if that's what you were designed to come to this earth and do, then nothing's going to prevent you from doing that except you, right? So this seed was planted in December 2nd of 2019. It blossomed, or popped out the ground, a little shoot came out the ground in August of 2020. And now in August of 2021, we have reached our first year of doing our podcast. So I want to say thank you to everyone who was a part of this, who helped us get here. Some of the guests that we've had on, you know, our first guest was actually a fraternity brother of mine, Barrington Gordon. So I want to shout out to him. Barry, what's going on, brother? Then we had Quentin Meziton, the Mind Investor. So that was a great episode. We had Fahim Francis, who came and spoke to us about his app and just about stocks and mutual funds in Canada and how that worked out. We actually interviewed Crazy Legs from the B-Boys, who's a B-Boy, from Rock Steady Crew. And, you know, his interview was about Puerto Rico relief. So that was an amazing thing. So I want to shout out to Crazy Legs on that. And now we have the Hack'em Farrell. He is our local, you know, person that does all of the cybersecurity knowledge, you know. So we had him on every month for like at least a good run. I think it was like 6 months running. And he provided us with cybersecurity efforts. So if you've ever seen these episodes, you got to go back into our IG and take a look at all of these episodes, because they were really, they were heavy. They were all really good. And I actually reviewed them all this week. And I'm just like really happy that we have this content available on YouTube and on Instagram. After that, we had Elijah Tyson, who's another fraternity brother of mine, who starts, he's the CEO of the Grind Tribe. And he's just, you know, a very high-end, high-thinking Black man that understands his culture, understands his history, understands, you know, life and health and how they combine. So we had a great conversation with him. We had Robert Tankson, who's the CEO of Presto Doctor, had him talking about cannabis stocks and how that actually industry is going to be changing. So, all of these things, these are people that we've interviewed over the last 12 months. And I think, looking back, and we're not done. We had Janelle Alvarado, who was actually our first person on our YouTube, I do believe, on StreamYard. So definitely want to shout out to Janelle Alvarado for that. We had Christina Evans, who is the credit alchemist, talking to us about our credit, talking to us about the FICO score, about how to raise your credit score, all the things that work in that process. You can see the episode that was back then. And also we had my wife, Alexia Ifechukwu Igwe, who would be a resident guest on this show. She would come through with a lot of her health and wellness. And even, she'd have like different rooms on Clubhouse and monitor those as well and moderate those as well. So definitely shout out to the wife. And again, another special shout out. That's a different episode, y'all. So this isn't stocks and bonds. This is going to be just an episode of appreciation. A shout out to Nalika Blair, who actually was one of the reasons why I was connected with two folks, a gentleman by the name of Video Only Letter and also Quinton Mezitin. So she had us on her podcast, something called Nolly's World of Productivity. And she brought me on and a couple other folks. And from that conversation, we just kind of hit it off. And, Be the Only Letter, he is the creator of the Oh, That's So Sexy podcast, which if you haven't checked them out, super like real, hilarious, just he gets down to nitty gritty. Love that podcast. Him and I had a conversation with the wife and like, we were just talking about expanding into YouTube and, trying to like get that message out there. And, one of the things that we left that conversation with was that we are the only ones stopping ourselves. So I feel like it's always these little conversations that you're having with people that really kind of platform you to getting to where you're supposed to get to. So definitely want to do a shout out to him on that. And shout out to Nalika for connecting us to the Mezitins and also to Video Only Letter. Without those connections, I wouldn't have been able to have the amount of momentum that we had going into August of last year. So that is all of the folks that I wanted to just say a quick thank you to. And for everyone who listens to us on a consistent basis and comes through and supports the channel, I definitely want to say thank you so much for being with us on 52 episodes. It's not 52 episodes. This is like our year anniversary. I think we only did like 49 episodes. I think there were maybe 3 weeks that we missed. One was for the birth of our daughter. Another one was for just like a random weekend that didn't work out and, whatever have you. But we've been pretty consistent. So on today's episode, I just kind of want to, after saying thank you to everyone, I just kind of want to talk about, my feelings about the past year when it comes to the podcast and where we're going to head going forward and what the way is looking to do. So this weekend coming up, there is going to be a graduation in upstate New York where 4 young students are going to be graduating from a program that was designed to help them to become better adults, better young adults. And we're going to go up there to support that. A friend of mine that's running that, we're going to head up there. So one thing that I've recognized is that we all have a path and we all have information that we're supposed to share with other people. Don't be afraid to share it. Don't be afraid to move in that direction, because these 4 graduates that are coming out here are going to get a scholarship, right? And they're going to get access to us for a lifetime, because I do truly believe that the work that we're doing is not just a one-off, which is why we did this on YouTube, which is why we did this on Instagram Live, which is why we have these recordings, because I want folks to be able to look back and be able to see these episodes and see what it takes to really be consistent with this. You have to really grind and do this the right way. There's no way to fake this. You have to really put your all into it, or else it's going to fall. And that's kind of the most important thing that I want to just share with everyone, is that no matter what your mission is in this life, it's really important that you don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to live in your truth. Don't be afraid to start something that has never existed before. Don't be afraid, because you know what? That fear, you don't know who that's really affecting. I feel like your fear from doing what's right is only slowing down the ability for you to help others. Recently, I just had a conversation with an older lady, and she was just talking about the state of the country, the state of our community, and she broke it down in a way that was so eloquent. Just looking at the position of Black women in the society, the position of Black men in the society, the position of how our communities have been ravaged, but what we're doing now to fix it. What's going on, Johnny Boy? What's going on, Odless? How you guys doing? Shenra, how you doing? Lady Mimi, how you doing? Mortal Group, yes, thank you. Terry Phillips, what's going on? Mr. and Mrs. Antonio, what's going on? How are you? Fiaz, what's up? What's going on, everybody? You know, so speaking to her, she was talking about, again, the community and how everything has been used to kind of ravage our community, you know, on the relationship levels. Like literally this society has been designed to literally tear us at the seams, you know, and this pandemic hasn't helped. So after she said that, I said, you know, one thing that I know we can do is we can't change a system, but we can change the people in the system. And hopefully enough of them change, the system now has no choice but to change. We got to just make sure that we accept the small wins, because they matter just as much as the big ones. You know, I'm looking at, you know, our website now, and I'm on the YouTube channel, and I'm like, it took us a lot of energy and sweat equity to create that. But with that website, we're going to now move it into doing financial literacy courses for students ranging from 14 to 21, and including their parents. That couldn't happen without a platform that was supported and encouraged by all of you. So I want to say thank you to all of you. Mortal Group, man, you've been rocking with us since like almost day one when you joined up. As a matter of fact, on this episode, I want one of you, or not one of you, as many of you as you want, to join me on this live, because as a celebration that this is, we should be able to talk to y'all. So if you're not too afraid, if you don't look crazy, I'll invite you on here and let's have a quick conversation. Mortal Group, I want to talk to you, brother. I'm about to pull you up here, man. Let me see if I can add you in. See if you're open to it. If you're not, then just run. But I know you're not the kind to run. So let me see if I can get you on here, man. I'm gonna send that for you. See if you accept that. Because you and I have been rocking since. Give me a few. Okay, you're at work. Okay, so that already went through. So you're gonna have to just ignore it. But when you're ready, just let me know. But anybody that's on here, you know, again, if you want to just send a request, come on in. Let's talk about it. This is our year anniversary. We're kind of celebrating, as well as we're gonna give you a few things along the way. But that was no pun intended. Along the way, like there was no pun intended there. But you know, definitely, you know, you've been rocking with us since day one, and it takes a lot to do this. So I don't know how I'm gonna sound. Johnny boy, you're coming on through. Okay, cool. Let's get it. Johnny boy's my guy, man. Let's go. I'm gonna add you right now. I haven't talked to you in too long. Hey, JJ, what's going on, brother? Hey, listen, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you and your support. And since I met you, it's always been just good vibes the whole time, man.
Oh man, always, man. Listen, like when you get a chance to see someone that looks like you, trying to give kids that look like us knowledge that we're not privy to, we may not be up for, you have to support it. You have to.
Right, man.
You have to support it in any which way. Just let me, you know, if you hear me.
No, you're choppy a little bit, but I mean it's all good. I don't mind.
I don't know, my reception is like
it's trying to snake us right now. Don't worry, I got the mic. I got the boom mic face right at you. So hopefully.
Here in Walmart.
How long you gonna be in Walmart?
But yeah, I don't want to take my mask down. I don't want to like anybody, but really, you got.
You're chopping crazy right now. Walmart's trying to snake you. Go ahead, say that again.
For my car. No, I said. So right.
Oh, Walmart is trying to do you dirty, man. But
so I'm literally trying to get in and out.
Okay, well, listen. As soon as you get out, just message me. I'm gonna pull you back up because I want to hear everything you have to say. Like this is our time to make sure that we hear all of the people that have been here encouraging and supporting us. Like I want to hear from you directly. So as soon as you get out of there, just note up, and I'm messaging you. We're coming back on here. Oh man, Johnny Boy's kid, it's thing is snaking him, man. Oh boy.
Bro, oh my god.
Okay, so we had to. We're gonna get Johnny Boy back on here. He's in Walmart, and Walmart is trying to do him dirty. Mortal Group, same thing, brother. If you're here, just come on through. Definitely want to get you on here to say a few words. But yeah, anybody that's interested, I mean, just definitely come on up. This is our 1 year anniversary, so we're really just trying to enjoy the people, enjoy, what we've been doing for a year, and kind of give you guys a little bit of a teaser for what's coming next. So this is literally our project coming up, and this is our website that you guys are seeing here. But this right here is what we're about. So for those who are on YouTube, I'm gonna just make sure I can size this up for y'all. Can you see that? That's basically our next mission. So in the next year, what we want to do is we are looking to, as a nonprofit, provide opportunities for folks to impact the community by partnering with other grassroots organizations and businesses to make a difference collectively. Our challenge is, if you have found any value in our content, please support our mission to provide financial literacy to all. We will apply all donations to our program creation department. We're currently in the process of creating a financial literacy class for kids ages 7 to 17 years of age, but I'm going to increase that to 21 and to parents as well. But that's going to be the bracket that we're using. The ultimate goal is to have kids manage our foundation's training portfolio and show them how to use the power of compounding interest to start their own portfolios eventually. Generational wealth begins with us. Alexia and Bernard, co-founders of The Way. So that is where we are going. I can get on. All right, so Mortal Group, I'm pulling you on right now. Hold on. So that's what we're doing, and that's what I want to have us focus on for the next year. At the next year's anniversary, I want to be able to say, hey, we have a scholarship for 5 kids for $1,000 each, and we're going to enroll them in our financial literacy program so that they can actually start investing that $1,000 into something that's going to give them wealth in the future. So that's what we're trying to push. So let me see if I can get you on your Mortal Group. Let's see, you're in here. Boom. Send that request real quick. Don't want to catch you at work, but I'm gonna catch you at work. Hey, there he is.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, King. It's been too long, man.
It's been too long. I speak about you a lot. It's funny. With David, I always talk about you and your dad, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're trying to do some stuff out here in Brooklyn,
Yeah, you guys are good, man. This is my my weekly people watch episodes and shows, so I make sure this is kind of like, I don't watch TV like that, so this is my
this is your
TV show or whatever. That's out.
Nah, I appreciate you. I remember the first day I met you, I was like, man, how come I didn't know this brother? I'm like, you've been doing all this stuff in Brooklyn, also Brazil. I'm like, I've never, but that's the thing about us. We just do a lot of stuff quietly, and no one really knows what we're doing. But then when we finally meet each other, we're like, wow, you're doing all that. Okay, I need to keep you in my corner. I need to have myself in your corner. And it just needs to be something that is collectively there, where we know that I have your back, you have my back. We're going to, just do our part. So
and that's the key. I've been pushing that this past year with my friends, soccer, basketball, football. We need to have a team. LeBron needs AD. We need, I'm out here running around being a star, but I still need to pass the ball to somebody. And I think that we lack because, everything's against us and, we've been burnt before in the past.
Right.
But, all that stories are out there. But I think, man, with what you're doing, we got to build on that and build a community, man. Move the money together.
That's it, man. No, we have to.
I tell my friend, I don't want to be on the boat in St. Vincent by myself. So we need to all.
That's right. You got to be on that boat with the team, And even St. Vincent, what they went through, that was, my goodness. I wish I had more time to do the things when it comes to philanthropy, because they needed so much help. There was so much things that still need to happen, but. Again, we're so concerned about COVID-19 and all this other stuff that we're forgetting the humanity of folks who were literally evacuated from their entire island for
And you also got to think about it. St. Vincent is the billionaire island. All the billionaires are down there. So you tell me they couldn't. Every billionaire's down there now. That's the big island for the billionaires. So they couldn't get any money. So
see that?
But yeah, man, I just started a real estate company, man, and things of that nature. So I have to touch base. Yep. I still want to do the drive at the center. I've been pushing so hard, man. It's
that's what's up.
We have to link it up, man. See what we can do.
We definitely have to, and I'm definitely interested in supporting that any way I can. I think I know my wife is doing her real estate courses right now because we wanted to kind of start doing property and buying and selling kind of stuff as well. I have my own portfolio of things that I do, but I definitely want to connect with you because I feel like the more people that know what you're doing, especially when it comes to now that you've started your own company, that's what we need. We need to make sure that we are.
I'm gonna be based in Detroit now. Yep.
Okay. Well, listen, the Detroit market.
I mean, I'm based here, but that's the market. That's a good market that I'm gonna get into, man. And I think we need people in the ground coming together. You have money, I got money. You have the mindset. Let's put the money so we can create our own structure, like the financial literacy that you're doing.
Right.
We got to do something because it's going to get. I just tell for our people, it's going to be devastation in the next month or two, man.
Oh yeah, there's some stuff coming down the pike that I am not happy about. And you're right. If we don't set up our own systems, if we don't set up our own safeguards, who's looking out for us? And look at St. Vincent. That was a perfect example of who's looking out for us. We are. Literally us. You're seeing boatmen coming from other islands, bringing their boats to literally help evacuate people. Boatmen, fishermen.
That should be the way. I don't know what, the structure has done a good job that we're Trinidad and Haitian and Jamaican. I'm just like, you just landed in a different part of the island.
That's it.
Not to get into that, but I'm like, we got to be together, man. Light skin versus dark.
Right. I
mean, they got us. Their structure is really good, man.
They got us messed up, and that's what I mean. Like our community, we have to start by looking at how we're doing this. We gotta break down what our biases are, so that we no longer see that as why we can't come together. Because I feel like the divide and conquer strategy has been what they've used successfully for us for 400 years. Let's get them to divide from themselves by their skin color, by what island they're from, by whether or not they're in the house or they're in the field, by I'm going to give you elevation so that you can then take care of these other ones that don't have elevation. Like now you have classism playing a role in it. So the wealthy and the poor are now not seeing it. It's like all of these things. We didn't even have this. Back in the day, wealth was whatever we wanted to share with other people. It wasn't about, I need to hoard gold here. Gold was used for handcuffs because it didn't rust. It wasn't even about the money.
Or get the money and move out and then take it over in neighborhoods. I'm like, look at, they're taking over everything. Like, what are we? And I'm looking around, man. I see it. I'm like, what are we doing?
Right.
There's a few people that's out there, and I'm like, we gotta. This is getting with the court opening up. Not to hold you too much, man, but it's like they're moving the pieces of the board. I tell people, okay, you gotta protect yourself. They're pushing the COVID. The pharmaceuticals run the country, but they don't miss a check.
They don't miss a single one.
They don't miss a check. So people are going crazy. I know restaurant owners. The next lockdown, it's gonna be game over for them. Like literally.
Yeah, they have no wiggle room. They have zero wiggle room.
They never miss a check. Yep. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
The financial literacy, that's a good program too. I think we need to push that, and I want to talk to you more about that because out there, pretty much every state, wherever we live, we have no financial literacy across the nation.
Exactly.
And Detroit, you can just name the cities. 90% of people rent. You see what happened. You see the mortgages. You see the banks. I'm like, buddy, the structure, the banks, the schools are not going to change. So we need our own, our own stuff eventually, man. Is the push.
And this is how it starts. This is how it starts. It starts with people like yourself, getting together with people like myself.
They're everywhere.
Milwaukee,
Philadelphia. People are like, where do you want to invest? Wherever we live. Like,
wherever we're at. It's very simple. Wherever we are, let's do that. Or as a matter of fact, why don't we create a new place and just live there? Because I've been looking at tiny houses. I've been looking at construction. I've been looking at greenhouses that are sub-earthen greenhouses. I've been looking at all these things because I'm like, we've got to get creative with this. That's the one thing that we've always had in our favor is creativity. So if it is that your system sucks, if it is that everything you're giving me is trash, why don't I just move myself into something that is not? Move myself into something that is new, but that can maintain itself because the people that are there for a collective reason, and they're going to support each other. Like that's what every community in this country has been built around.
That's everybody. People say race. That's not racist. Every community but us.
All of them except us. So when is our time?
We're hanging out. Yeah. Sorry.
When's our time?
when's our time? We're hanging out, drinking, hanging out. I'm like, they own the stores, they own the building,
They own the
buying up.
liquor. They own the liquor
They're doing
brand too.
this. And then we keep giving them the money, and I'm like, what the? How many new Benzes and Beamers are out in Brooklyn and Queens right now? I'm like, what the heck are we doing? But I can stop there, man. This stuff is scary, but I'm trying to do what I need to do with my people to get out of the structure and then show people, like, look, every time you talk to me, I told you, follow the money, to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. That's right. The money shows you everything.
Yeah, what do you do if you're not? I tell people all the time, the job. The structure is not designed for you to leave your job. So when you get out of work, what do? Watch TV and go to sleep and complain about the job, or do you put hours in for yourself? So I'm getting all. I don't want to hold up the whole.
Listen,
thing,
no. This is what this episode is for. Like, we are going to
It's
talk.
about power. We have to power up, man. And there's some people that's powering, but I'm looking around. And I'm like, they're building. What are we doing, man? They're building everything up. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna force us to take the vaccine. What are we gonna do? We work for the job. They're giving away $100 tickets. They're giving this. I'm not here to say against the V word or not, but I'm pro-choice, and I don't like how my friends and certain people are pro, and this is like black and white. Like, we're not seeing what we're doing here. Like,
and
I'm more pro us. We are going to be affected by this. Our communities are going to be done.
Right.
What are we doing?
Right.
Talk,
real talk.
Dr. Future, yeah. What are we talking about? Dr. Future, he's paid. I mean,
real talk.
Paid people we're listening to, man. But I can stop there. I don't like to talk too much.
Motor Group, you are the best, man. Listen, when we talk, we're gonna go deeper, because on this we can't say what we want to say, but we got to say enough to spark the fuel. You know what I mean? But
you can. I try to get like that. I used to work for the cell phone. I mean, they record. They got everything, man. So. Oh yeah,
I don't know, but that shadow ban thing is the only thing I'm concerned about. Like, they
got
shadow ban you.
My phone cuts off every phone call.
Put in the freezer.
Yeah,
I feel you, brother. But listen, we gotta speak the truth and not be afraid to speak it, because you know that.
I see what Lex put. Yeah, Detroit is in devastation. They have no help, no structure, like everywhere. So we need to. I don't want to just go in there and invest, and wherever I invest to, I need to care about the community, because. Right. Anyways, that's. We need to talk. We need to talk in person and see how we can strategize.
Listen, you know, we in the same borough. We're in the same city. We got this.
It feels like we're in different states, man. But
that's the New York City vibe right now. I'd be messing with people. But yeah, no, let's connect up, and and I actually met a cat last week named Flo, and he is so connected into so many different things in the city. These like-minded individuals, these are the kind of people that we need to just create a consortium of. Like, once we're together, I'm telling you right now, there's no stopping anything. Like, we're literally going to disrupt everything once we're together. But that's the key, is finding the right like-minded people to bring them together to then do this work. Because there are some of us who aren't really built for the battle, but want to benefit at the end, which is fine. That's cool. But I want the soldiers that are built for the battle, because we are in a war. And
we're in a war. That's why I said we're in a war. And that mentality has changed. Not to harp on that one, but an older guy that I met with, big real estate guy, and he says all the time, we're in a war. And I hear it, and I'm like, but 90% of us don't think that we're in a war. They're not playing around with us, man. Like, this is not a game.
It's not.
And we're just, party, which I used to do. But now I'm like, buddy, we need to do something, because they're about to do checkmate. And anyway, I'll stop there, man.
As long as they don't take our queen off the board, we're good. Because the key to this,
they're doing a good job with interracial ban. Don't get me
Listen.
Our queens are going. I know. Right now.
I'm gonna tell you this though, right? So on a chessboard, right, the most powerful piece
is the queen.
But the most important piece is the king. So right now, what they're doing is they're taking the king, moving him to the side, making him seem like he's not important, and then our most powerful piece is being used against us to further things.
That's the best thing. Me getting my lady and getting that now has changed my whole life. And I'm getting married in October, not to get into that, but everything that I've been wanting to do changes when you have the right partner with you. Think and grow rich. The right partner is game changer.
Sir.
And a lot of them now,
Sir, I'm going to tell you something right now. All I need us as a community to do is just value each other and love each other the way we used to. That's it. If we do that, listen, there's nothing that's stopping what's about to happen next. At least on our side. We're going to be fine. But
It's
it requires a unity amongst us. It requires that. And we can't do this without our queens. They can't do it without us. And that was the lie that they were told, that they can do this without their kings. It's like, you
yeah, they've
cannot.
been since the 70s, and it's working to this day.
It's working, but they're
Take 'em out,
hip. They're getting ready. No, but they're ready now. Like I've been talking. Like I'm telling you, I've been talking to a lot of our queens, and like, listen, they have been fighting. They have been ready, and now that we're coming back as black men, like we're actually coming back to who we've been, coming back to our royalty, coming back to who we're supposed to be in this mission. That's all they were waiting for. So to me, it's like,
I think that's a lot of lost kings out there, man. They know it, man. We're drunk, we're high, we're like, they got us, man.
System. The system was designed to do that to us, right?
Designed to do that, yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man.
All right, brother. Well, listen, man, we're gonna talk offline. Let's get appreciate you, Mortal Group, all day, every day, man. And I respect and love everything you've done for us. And again, moving into 2022, we're gonna be killing it together. So
thank you and your wife for what you guys are doing, man. And I want to say that. I appreciate what you guys are doing. Thank you.
All right, man. I appreciate you, brother. All right,
brother.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how to drop you, but I feel like that. Oh, not doing that. Cancel.
Oh, wait. I don't know. Wait.
Oh, there we go. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, I don't actually know how to let you go. So that's
I got it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got to learn how to. I've never had people that actually come on and come off, so that's the thing. So Johnny boy, are you back? Are you out of Walmart? Because you know Walmart was trying to snake you, King. They didn't want you to live with us, man. Johnny boy, if you're back, let me know. I'm gonna put you. Let's get you back on here. Mortal Group, I appreciate you, and that's one of the brothers that, again, from the moment I met him, we met him at one of our centers in Brooklyn. From that moment on, listen, I've always had that support, and I've always had that love and that appreciation and respect. And I think to me, that's what makes this amazing. It's like you meet like-minded individuals doing big things while you're doing something big as well. There's my little girl. She's also a guest star on this show. When we started our podcast, she wasn't here, and now she's here. So, and she's almost a year old, by the way. So that's also pretty darn cool as well. But yeah, when I met him, it was one of those things where he saw what our organization was doing. My father, runs a nonprofit in Brooklyn, and we had opened up a new center. It was actually in the middle of construction. He came through, and we were just kind of like finishing construction, and we're just kind of having these conversations. And it's like, when you're in the process of creating something for others, you'd be surprised who comes to that watering hole. You'd be surprised which other amazing spirits will actually join you because you started something, right? Because we started this podcast, I can tell you that I've met over, I'd say 40 or 50 people that are progressive, well-minded, intelligent, looking to further our community, throughout the country and in Europe. Like literally I have over maybe 40 or 50 UK people that I know that I'm in contact with. Like that's because of this podcast and because of this mission of helping our people. So this is the key. So Johnny boy, if you're here, you're in the car. Okay, cool. That's much better than Walmart. I'm gonna add you. I just don't know how to drop you. So when that time comes, you gotta just figure that out. You gotta do that one. There you go. All right, cool. Send that. Definitely want to make sure I get you in because you are one of the originals, man. There he is. No mask this time.
Unmasked, unfiltered, hopefully no disturbance.
Yo, Johnny, too much, man. How you been, brother? It's been a long time.
I know, I'm great, man. How is our wife?
How is what?
Our wife.
Our wife. Yes. She's good. She's with the baby right now. They actually were making some noises. They came up here to check the chicken. I think she's cooking too. So, but yeah, so she's good. Getting through, our fourth trimester with our baby. So she's almost a year old.
Jesus. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, man. So she's good.
Congratulations on the baby. Congratulations on the 1 year baby of the way on Instagram live every week. You have definitely been consistent every week. We watched from the very beginning. Ooh, that's banging lightning going on over here.
Wow.
But I was with you guys when you started. It's been so beautiful to see where you are now. Believe me.
Listen, man, we did it because of folks like you, Johnny. And man, when we met you, it was like, that the Nolly's World podcast. I was telling you, like, that's something so simple, but it brought us to meeting you and V, and and a few other folks. And it's like, dang, like, you'd be surprised how many people are just the right vibration, So I just appreciate your vibe. I appreciate how you managed that entire production, how you supported us, and like, I'm hoping that we can bring that value back to you. You've been watching our episodes, going through, telling your people. Like, I just hope that you've gotten something out of this too, because that's the main thing I'm trying to make sure everyone's leaving with something good.
Oh, no. I definitely left with a couple of gems you definitely blessed us with. I think I've even chimed in when you had the mind?
The
What was the young man that's the computer tech?
Oh, the hack man.
The hack. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely had him on. I dropped a couple gems, and he definitely dropped a couple gems in my realm. So I greatly appreciate that brother coming on. I appreciate what you guys have done, because I've been able to kind of see, like, all right, now I know someone actually trying to run a live with their podcast and seeing how things go, what to do if I want to do something like this as well too.
Right. And that's
I want to say thank you.
Well, we appreciate you, Johnny boy. And like, honestly, I remember the first podcast, it was a sketchy situation. I had horrible lighting, no podcast equipment, no StreamYard working properly, no sound effects, nothing. Just a hope and a dream and a notepad. And to see that it's grown from something like that to where we're actually helping youth upstate. We're actually creating this financial literacy program. We're actually connecting with other nonprofits. We're actually collaborating with folks to do investments. Like having clubhouse rooms with Team 144K, with the UK group, Black Women on Code. That's not a UK group, but they're run by a lot of UK women. But Black Women on Code, being able to partner with them and provide some knowledge there. Like, there's been so many things that have happened in the last 12 months, but it all started because we just wanted to do something better for the community, and that starts with, what you guys did for me by putting us on and giving us a platform to talk about our nonprofit and just to support, man. So Johnny, I really, really appreciate you. Like, I'm giving you that flower right now. Like, you have been a very consistent friend, a very consistent supporter, and I'm just happy that you're in our corner, brother, because I'm in yours.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Iron sharpens iron.
Yes, sir.
Everyone must understand that iron sharpens iron. We're all a community. We're all going to help each other out, whether if it's the financial literacy that you've been preaching, even some of the stories like how with Robert Moses, the story behind that.
Oh, yeah, about the bridges, yeah.
Oh, man. Everything you brought, like the love and relationship advice, like everything you brought is a blessing. You'd be very, very surprised.
Well, that's humbling to hear that, and I really it warms my heart to see that there's been like an impact, because that's all we can ask for, man, is just impact one little grain of somebody somewhere, But we want to do more.
Listen, you know me. I'm always gonna watch. I'm always gonna rock. I'm gonna see. I got you. Just remember that. I got you, man. Let me know.
All right, King. Well, I appreciate that, and I and congrats to you and your queen. I know that you're doing big things over on your side of the fence, jumping brooms and stuff, brother. So
jumping brooms. We got some stuff coming up. We got something coming up. I'll send you some info.
Okay.
We got something coming up we wanted to work on a lot, because you know me.
Yeah.
I was big on fitness, especially during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Where like everybody was scared about their health and whatnot, and everyone's trying to figure out what's the hack to keep Corona away from them. Keep
that Rona away.
Yeah, keep it out. So what? Me and the wife.
Oh, getting a little bit of disturbance here.
And I'll just drop.
Johnny, your reception's chopping us right now, brother.
Here. We just actually started our transformation page.
Okay.
You know.
That's what's up. Okay. having a hard time here. I'm getting a little bit of your. I think you're running through a dead zone a little bit. Oh yeah, now you're buffering. Oh, Johnny, the live's trying to kill you, brother. It's trying to kill you. Let me see. All right, so he had to drop out. Okay, no worries. Kung Pao Kitchen. Hey, this is our anniversary episode. You want to join the live? Are you decent? Are you presentable? If you are, just click the link and come on up. This is our 1 year, so we're just trying to connect with the people, just show our appreciation to you and everyone that's been supporting us. Auntie Bev, like, listen, the moment that I spoke to you too, same thing, like just instant connection. And you've been supporting our channel, supporting us the entire time on YouTube and on Instagram, because you're just fancy like that, Bev. You just don't play. You want to see everything, so you're here. But definitely want to say thank you, Aunt Bev, for support. I want to say thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Like a Star. Y'all are always in our minds and in our thoughts and in our vibrations. So definitely want to say thank you all for just supporting and being here. I guess, let me see. I think, I don't know, Crystal, she probably left. Okay. Well, if anyone else wants to join up, let me know. It's 52 minutes, like 52 minutes of my vibe. Just giving appreciation, giving love, getting some folks on here to talk some shop. Anybody that wants to join on, this is an open forum. I'll be happy to bring you up. Just because, again, like I said, this is what we do. This is why we do it. It's for the people. But I'll leave you with this, and I think this will be a really good way to summarize our year. One of the things that didn't prevent us from doing this, we didn't have an audience when we started this, right? We didn't know who we were going to speak to, who was our target market. We didn't have that. We didn't have our podcast equipment. We didn't have, the lighting. We didn't have stands for our phones. I didn't even have an iPhone 12. Now I got one. Like, I had an iPhone 8. Started on this thing was started on iPhone 8, right? But what we did have was courage. Sometimes all you need is to believe. You'd be surprised how important your actual belief in things are. And you cannot lie to yourself. So if you tell me that you believe, but inside of your heart you don't, you can't lie to God. God sees that and will act and give you whatever it is that your heart desires. So my thing for you is continue to be bold. Continue to push for what type of future you want to see. Continue to look at inspirational individuals and know that there's nothing different that they have that you don't have. For all of you who love Barack Obama and the way that he speaks, know that you could be Barack Obama. For all those who appreciate Oprah's business prowess, all of you could be Oprah. For those who love the heart of the Dalai Lama, you could be the Dalai Lama. Like, all of these folks, there's nothing different about them. Like, there's nothing different about them. You can be them. Yo, Tice, you're coming on live right now, brother. As I'm wrapping up, you came in the room at the right time. I'm sending this right to you. Don't move. Hope you're presentable. We're doing a quick thank you for our 1 year anniversary episode. So when brothers like you show up to close it out, you're closing out. You're going to close out? You're going to close out, brother? What?
Man, I'm in here putting together my Airbnb, man.
Oh, you.
About to get this thing listed.
Listen. You are not waiting for nobody. Waiting for nobody.
Waiting for nobody, man. It's cool. I've been on a Wild Wednesday. I have to bust a move. Come on.
Listen. Not only did you bust a move, but you bust a groove too. You did the move and the groove. You did all of that, man. Listen, but no, I want to say a special thank you. I actually shouted you out earlier in this episode. You are one of our guests, and I was like, "Lo, I want to say a special shout out to you for the way that you are, for the type of work that you're doing in our community, the entrepreneur spirit that you have, the dog in you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be this cat without having a little dog in you. You know what I mean? And just so you guys know, Mr. Elijah is actually putting together a workshop for men to do not just mental wellness, but health and all of those things wrapped in between. And definitely want to plug that on here. This is the kind of people that we need to build a community around, or folks like you, brother. So I want to tell you directly, thank you for supporting our channel. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the idea of what The Way is and what we do here.
And just know that we have your back. I have your back. Whatever you need from me, you know I got you.
Appreciate that, my brother.
and
It's all up, man. It's all about creating that interconnection of growth, value, and abundance within each other, man. And we doing it. So it's not even what it's about. It's about us continuing that forward momentum, bro. So I appreciate you, man.
Listen, man, always. And I know you're an entrepreneurial-minded man, so I'm not even surprised you're doing this right now. I'm not even surprised that you're doing this right
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be on. Y'all going to Clubhouse tonight?
now. Tonight, no Clubhouse. Tonight, no Clubhouse.
All right.
Yeah.
I was like, I need something to tap into. I'm putting all this damn furniture and lamps and shit together, but it's all good. It's all
Listen,
good.
Next week, we'll get back into the swing. But this week, we're gonna take Clubhouse off tonight. But wanted to do this one and just kind of like just show the love and appreciation to the family, which you
All
are.
right, no doubt.
You are a founding member of
Appreciate it,
that,
bro.
sir.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Y'all keep doing your thing. Love what you guys got going on. Love the information and the context and the conversation that we having, man. Let's keep on growing.
All right, Elijah, appreciate you, King, always and forever, man. Handle that.
All right, bro.
You gotta let yourself out because I don't know how to do it yet. So you gotta like do whatever you gotta do to jump off. I can't get you.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Hold on, let me see.
We gonna learn together. We gonna learn together.
Hold on real quick. I get myself off live. You sure you don't gotta just kick me off?
I don't know how to do it,
Maybe I just
man.
exit out. I'm gonna just exit out.
All right, cool deal. All right, brother. All right, y'all. Kurt, so yeah, this is our 1 year. Again, this is a different episode. We're just saying hi to everybody, folks who came in to support. Brandon, how you doing, brother? Definitely want to say shout out to you. Shout out to Hold and Prosper. Moashan, shout out to you. What's going on? Kurt the Connector, brother. If you're quick, we got 3 minutes. Can you do something in 3 minutes, Kurt? I'm putting you up. Let's say, listen, we don't got a lot of time, but we're gonna make it work. I know you're able to handle quick time constraints. So this episode's ending in 3 minutes. If you hit the X at the top right. Okay, cool. Say I didn't even know that. But does that X me out or does it X him out?
Hold up.
Kurt, so you are the final person that's coming on our Wealth Wednesday live tonight, and all we're doing is showing appreciation to everyone who's been supporting us. I have 2 minutes. I saw you jumped in. I'm like, you're coming on. I don't care. We're putting you on because you are that guy. So Kurt, I want to tell you directly, brother, I appreciate you, King. I appreciate your support,
Yes.
your wisdom,
Appreciate
your
you.
encouragement, your knowledge, all the things you provided for us in our clubhouse rooms and these lives, just being supporting. Like, we need to build a community around people with your like-mindedness. And that's kind of why I'm saying,
Right.
listen, I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Whole year, brother. Whole year. It's been crazy.
A whole year. Congrats, man. Congrats.
Listen, so we are here. We're doing it up live. We got a lot of people joining up. T, what's up? But yeah, any words of any words for you right now? I mean, you're that guy. I mean, anything you want to say or do, but he's on the spot.
Listen, I would tell anybody, give twice as much as you want to get.
Right.
That's all I would say. Give twice as much as you want to get.
Preach. Love that. I love that.
So with that, man, happy anniversary. I wish you well. I'm going to jump off. Talk to y'all later.
All right, Kurt. Appreciate you, King. Thank you so much, man. All right. So that was Kurt the Connector. He's been a supporter of our channel. And again, this is our 1 year episode. So definitely want to say shout out to him. He said, give twice as much as you want to. I said, yeah, give twice as much. No matter what it is, give twice as much. I can do that. I think that's what we need to do in this life. All right. So folks, Tanisha, what's up? Auntie Bev. All right. So everybody, I am just grateful. I am honored to be here with y'all. It was a wild evening just to get here, but this is our anniversary episode. I want to thank you all for being here with us, supporting us, encouraging us. It's been hard, but it's been great because of you. Y'all made this what it was, and having your constant support. And I know a lot of you watch these episodes after the fact. I just want to tell y'all, I appreciate how you've contributed to us, contributed to this mission. And in 2022, we're going to be doing a lot more. So thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. All of you. Gratitude always. And, another year of greatness is coming up. So expect it from us because we expect it from ourselves. Love each other. Love on each other. Don't forget that loyalty over everything. Like, I don't care what is in your life. Just be loyal.
Just be loyal, man, because you get way more out of loyalty than you get out of being fake and shady. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be loyal to each other. Our community, we have to be loyal to that. We have to put our energy into the things that matter and take our energy away from things that don't. You know, start applying yourself, because you are a spirit being. Whatever you put your mind to becomes you. So put your mind to good. Put your mind to the projects, to the missions, to helping others. Do all of that. And you do that, you got my support, you got my love, and you got my encouragement. So everybody, this is Benaggio signing off. Wanted to say thank you for being with us for this 1 year anniversary episode. If you didn't listen to it, it was just an episode of gratitude. And I think that's more important than anything else right now, because I feel the love from all of you, and it's what's allowed us to be here. So appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us. And until next week, stay good to each other. Stay away from Rona. Improve your immune systems. Remember, that's your choice. Always protect each other. Encourage each other. And remember, the person that you are on the inside is who you want to continue to work on the outside. If you're loving, be that on the outside. If you're encouraging, be that on the outside. You know, amplify who you are in your spirit, because you're not helping us not being that person. You know what I mean? Be your true, authentic self, and let us love on you authentically. All right, folks. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Take care. If you're on our YouTube, I'm gonna be with you for a little bit. But on Instagram, we're going off now. So take care. Love you guys, and thank you for supporting us for 1 year. Appreciate you guys. All love. Peace. YouTube, I cannot leave you without music. Let's get it. Oh, my mic is all messed up. It's far and stuff, but let's get some sounds, man. Can't have you guys coming out here without no music, right? Can't have you going out without no music. Listen, this is our 1 year episode, man. You know, we got to celebrate this. This is a win. This is a win right now, right? This is a win. And, you know, we keep doing this. The next year is going to be just as amazing. So with that being said, I got to play this because this is just one of our hits. It's not, but I'm going to say that it is. All right. You know what we do. You know we like this song. Because we just have to. Now, one thing that I will say is that Jesus was our brother. And he wanted the best for us, right? I have to always put that clarification in, because guess what? This is what we're supposed to be doing. Participating. All of this. Come on, people, lift your voice and sing with me. Festival of praise. That's how we need to live our life going forward. In a festival of praise where everything is important, everything is lovely. Oh, hold on. That's me. Join it. This is the Way Podcast. You know how we do it here, folks. We appreciate you all. Join us next time. Peace. That brother Smooth. I want to be like him when I grow up. So y'all, appreciate y'all. And I can't leave you guys without giving you a little bit of my country, because, you know, I come from a country full of amazing people. The United States, Africa, Canada, Trinidad. I'm from everywhere. Why? Because this planet is where I'm from. This is the country I'm from, this planet, Earth. That's my country. So with that being said, I got to give you what my country knows. We know sound. We know drums. We know beats. We know all this. This is how we move, right? Hey. So this is an outro. And I'll just say thank you all for joining and rocking with us. We're just having a little bit of fun right now because we can. You know, life is short. Enjoy it. Love on each other. Jam a little bit. Hey. Hey. All right, y'all. We out. Happy 1 year. Hey. Thank you for joining us. Till next time. Love.